Good morning, class. Just wanted to connect with you. My name is Dr. Glenn Giddings. I am your professor for ELFH 681, and that's Philosophy in Higher Education. This is a fully online course, so my goal is to try to connect with you in multiple different ways, since sometimes online courses can be, theoretically they're asynchronous courses, but I'd like to bring in some connection pieces so you feel a little more in tune with the material and me throughout the semester as well. So the goal of this is a first kind of welcome week video. Classes kicked off this week. My goal for each week is to really start the week with Monday and run it through Sunday to help you understand and feel more comfortable on Blackboard. I really placed all the key links on the top left of the Blackboard shell, and one of the main ones I use is weekly content. So I've loaded the entire course, all 15 weeks, in the weekly content, and week by week you'll find the assignments, the links for anything you need to turn in, the readings, any other additional course materials that may help you understand and connect to the readings a little bit better. So I really hope you see that as a good functional component, that everything is centralized right in the weekly content, and you can just check week by week. And as I said, what takes so long for me sometimes with a Blackboard shell to get it all finished is I load the whole course. So if you've got some vacation or some work trips or something you need to go on, that gives you the opportunity to work ahead, and or if you just are one of those folks that likes to work ahead, then you can go ahead and get connected with some of that. So every assignment and reading piece is already loaded for the whole course. So that's kind of what takes a little time to load each of that week by week, and you'll see it there specifically. Some of the other things, philosophy in higher education, there's not a real good dedicated textbook for this. So what we're using is Osmond, which is just a general overall philosophy of education textbook. So this is your good base starter. So I do promise you that I actually read student comments every semester, and one of the semester's comments after the fall focused that there wasn't as much connectivity to higher education that they wanted. So what I did this semester was basically go week by week and try to find an article that connects that theory or that philosophy specifically to higher education. So you'll see week by week, along with the Osmond reading, there's also an additional article that should connect this concept or that philosophy and connect it deeper to higher education. The other thing that I really wanted to be more intentional about is using video to add more content, just to give you more of a base. So I've gotten slightly hooked on these PBS videos called Crash Course. They actually have their own YouTube channel, and these guys are pretty smart, and they're pretty neat dudes, and they basically take on various topics, and they give you an 11-minute or a 10-minute video that kind of really goes in depth in an intelligent way about this topic specifically. And this YouTube series actually took on many components of philosophy. So I included a lot of crash course videos, also included some TEDx talks on various pieces of philosophy in higher education, or things like what is college for, and those different types of things. So you'll see each week I have at least one video, sometimes a couple videos, none of them more than 10 minutes each or so. Some of the TEDx talks may be a little bit longer, but nothing that would task you too much to be able to watch the videos. So my goal with the videos, the extra article that connects it to higher ed, and then the general topic is to give you a broad sense of what's going on each week for that. I also use, to stay connected with us, Blackboard Collaborate. You may or may not have used that before. It's just a tool within Blackboard. So I'm going to do an every other week Collaborate touch base, and I'll schedule these different days, different times, things to that effect. So if you need to just ask a question, you can pop into this chat session. It's just like GoToMeeting or something like that. So you can chat, you can do video, you can do audio, whatever you feel comfortable with. And it's just a way for us to touch base, kind of like weekly online or bi-weekly online office hours is the best way to look at it. The other way I operate is basically if you've got a question, generally you're confused about something, you want some clarity, send me an email. And typically what you're wondering about is something that the rest of the class is wondering about. So we can just send that answer out to the rest of the class too if it's pertinent to the group. So I just wanted to say hello, welcome to the class, and I look forward to connecting with you in multiple ways throughout the semester.